Back in 2002, in the kind of lower days of the decline of the tech boom, I started thinking about what was going to be the next area in which technology could really shape a new set of industries. And what I started to look and come across time and time again was that there was a transition that was about to happen. And the transition was probably going to be the most profound in my lifetime. And the transition, very simply, is the next 40% of people on this planet are going to achieve an American or American middle class standard of living in the next 25 or 50 years. And if you just did the kind of pencil math on that, if you took the 20th century and you took out the world wars and call that 75 years, and call the 6 industrialized countries about 20% of people on the planet, you're going to do it. You're going to basically move them from where the next 40% of people, from where they are today, low on a GDP curve, up to basically call it a 1970s or 1980s American standard of living. But you're going to try to do that in 1/3 the time. You're going to try to basically do it in the first half of this century. And when you think about what that means, the infrastructure that's required, the materials, the energy, all the products and services, the movement of materials around the planet, the movement of capital around the planet, I became to understand that this would be probably the driving force behind the rest of my career. And more importantly, or I should say in addition to that, the byproduct of all that activity would probably be what we've come to understand as global warming, because all these things need to move around, and we need to move basic materials into products, and products need to move around the world. And many of the 40% of people we're talking about industrializing don't have vehicles today. They don't have houses that embody a bunch of energy. They don't have vehicles today. They don't have the personal mobility that we enjoy here in America. And so that became the basis for exploring in 2003 inside our firm, really my taking an entrepreneurial role. At that time, we practiced life sciences and IT, and I said, I'd like to be an entrepreneur inside of our firm. And our firm has a long history. Michael mentioned it. We've been around 25 years. But I said, I'd like to go start exploring these clean tech areas and understanding where could technology, in the classic sense of venture capital, intersect these markets, and what were the problems that technology specifically could solve. And what I started to do in 2003 and early 2004 is I started seeing entrepreneurs that were in our IT area before, and entrepreneurs that were in the life science area. They started showing up at our doorstep, not looking for the next IT opportunity or the next biotech opportunity, but looking to either to learn more or showing up with a fledgling small entrepreneurial business saying, I'm going to start a solar company. I'm going to start a biofuels company. I'm going to address making coal clean. And really we started to see the avalanche of the Valley's best talent in the 2004 timeframe start to move to these areas. Well, my job is to catalyze entrepreneurs, to provide them with the capital to help them realize their dreams. And in that context, it became apparent to us in the late 2004 timeframe that we should start investing in this area.